Hey, Magic Unicorn of ONPASSIVE. It's Thursday. Marty and Chris got a recap of yesterday, and yesterday was kaboom. Yes, it was. Yesterday was kaboom. Anyway, we're going to have a recap, a little bit of inspiration. Hey, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell and give them a thumbs up. See you on the inside.
I'm not sure why he sings his tongue out at the end of it. But hey, anyway, thank you, everybody, and welcome. And as the unicorn said, and as we're about to tell you, yesterday's update was explosive, to say the least. I love it because I had a feeling he was coming on, but we weren't sure. And then right at the end, he told Chris, tell Garmo to send me a link. And when he came on, and it couldn't have been better. Really, couldn't have been better. I was so happy for everyone. That's what I love about this business. It's not a me thing. It's really not. I love the idea when he talked. It was about, I'm thinking of all the people I know, the people we hang out with, the people we've chatted with, the people we do trivia with. And I thought, wow, this is a big win for everybody. I absolutely love it. So let me get started, and Chris will fill in and beat off stuff and say stuff I probably forgot or might forget. It doesn't matter. And at 11 o'clock, Red will be on the hammer at home too, because the updates were really, really powerful and they need to be explained the best we can. It's never like the original. And remember, Ash is on all the YouTube channels. Okay. He came on right away and he said, I have a question for all three of you and everybody in the chat. If you had a magical wand, what would you command? What would you like to happen, or your wish would be for ONPASSIVE? And we all went through different ones. And it was pretty cool. What everybody wanted, you can go watch. So anyway, he came back. He said, we will own the internet. Correction to the corruption, and do business in an ethical way. This will upgrade humanity in many, many ways. No doubt about it. And we need it. We need it. If you've been online for any amount of time, I don't mean a year, 5 years, doesn't take long to realize that there's corruption. There's deceitfulness where you're told one thing or you believe one thing or it's insinuated a certain way and it's really not that way. People get tired of it. Why do you walk into a car dealership and you have that thing about car dealers? It's the system, how they set it up, the negotiation. Just give me the deal you're going to give me, because most people could deal with that. Why do you got to squeeze another 100, 200, $300,000 out of somebody? It'd be better just to get the sale and keep getting the sale and have people come back again. If you did a good job, wouldn't they come back every time? Of course they would. They'd bring their kids there. I don't know. Anyway, that's me. I wish I could break the news, but he couldn't. He has news, big news. It's called the ash bomb. He said, I'd love to be able to share it. I can raise the roof of expectation to your wildest dream. I can reveal today there is an ash bomb, and there is a Moab, mother of all bombs. It will be revealed next week. Can't wait. And when he does that, it's good for us. In one shape, whatever, one way or another, it's good for us. Everything he does is for us. Just remember that. He said the merchant is resolved. Crypto cards have been tested. All works. We can confirm we do have a merchant. It's there. You will see it live anytime after today. After today, anytime after today, we're going to start seeing things moving and shaking again. Okay. We have a solution that could make everything good for long term. Remember, they work on things to get the thing moving, but they have long term. The long term scope of ONPASSIVE is to be able to sign, seal, and deliver this whole universe of ONPASSIVE all in one roof. In fact, my thing, if I had a magic wand, would be that everything that is done in ONPASSIVE is by ONPASSIVE with ONPASSIVE only. No outsource at all. Not that I hate everybody outsource, but you have more control that way. And I just think that'd be a good thing. The option to pay an invoice for another account will come later down the road. When you hear stuff like that, don't keep asking it. And like I said, get people to watch that video or share this video or share Red's video. I don't care. But let them listen to what I'm saying. The option to pay an invoice for another account will come later down the road. And until you hear it, don't ask it. It'll just save time, okay? We will start adding new products into the ecosystem very, very soon. Why? Because the payment processing part of it is fixed. They wouldn't do it before it's fixed. It wouldn't make sense. So obviously, by the way, while they were working on the merchant and the paying and the receiving of pay and divvying out commissions, at the same time, they're working the business, okay? Not everybody's doing this. They have a lot of people working on different things at the same time. Within a week, we will start the bulk payouts. Initially, we will do payouts every week. And then as time moves on, it could get to every 2 or 3 days to accommodate funds if required. In a month, it could change and be even better. Okay. As time goes on, things will get better and better and better. Okay. But getting paid once a week, the maximum, if by the grace of God you are at the point, where you can generate X amount, 10,000 every week, and some can, and eventually many can, and be able to do that every week. Come on. And if you did it 25,000, that's $1,200,000 a year. Crazy, 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 crazy. Potential ONPASSIVE is unlimited. I'm not giving numbers to people to tell them you're going to make this, but the potential is unbelievably great. Unbelievable. And I'm coming from 20 years experience. I've never seen anything like ONPASSIVE, ever. Um, Typical solutions that are on the market right now couldn't handle us for more than 48 hours. When we went to merchants, I hear people say, well, why didn't they go to somebody else? Why didn't they look at? No merchant on the planet would be able to handle what we do for 48-hour period. Because remember something, if the company only brought money in, only brought it in, this probably wouldn't be such a big deal other than be a lot of money, especially for a startup company. So that might be a flag. But the other part of it is when you start paying out that high of a percentage and you have that much money moving back and forth, nothing but alarms went off. Lights are flashing. What the freak is going on? Because it went from nothing to a unicorn company in days. And it's a shocking thing to happen. They're not set up to do that. Not putting anybody down, they're just not. So you have to be, eventually we will run all that internally. But he's got things solved where we can pay bulk payments starting next week. That is mind blowing. I love it. It's going to be a great time for everybody. Uh, Everything we wish for in OConnect is happening. By November 10th, we will be ready. Within the next 10 days, you will see new features added. Around the 10th, ONPASSIVE will be in the position where it will actually market for you. Okay, what that means is the viral he talked about at the end of November is going to start happening even before that. Last night we did OConnect, and it had a little shaky period as it built up to people. We didn't have a big group, but when it stopped, locked, and loaded, it was beautiful. The pictures were crisp. I saw, and I'm not talking about somebody who's just bad no matter where they go. That's going to happen. But some people that would usually be blurry, you think you're sitting in the same room. The sound was great. Everything was really, really nice. And it's just getting better and better and better and better. A question that kept coming up, and I want to make sure we emphasize this, Chris is going to too. You cannot sell a founder position, no matter what. It was a privilege to be a founder. Early bird special to be a founder. It cannot be sold. If you sell the founder position, you're making it a product. That puts us in that line of no, 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 no. Can't be done. So, no, you cannot, under any circumstance, sell a founder position. So, boom. It is not a product. So, legally, it cannot be sold. Made sense. I'm so glad he said it. I brought it up to him because people ask me a lot, and they ask Chris a lot plus some Oprah. You know what I mean? Assuming we resume Friday with the payment processes, we will give at least 1 week access for those who couldn't subscribe. This is important. Okay, there's over 1 million customers in this pool right now on this first go round. They're already there. They will be allocated to OConnect subscribers. Now, here's what's going to happen. The company would never, could never, never think about telling you have to do anything. You don't. You don't. But if you came into ONPASSIVE as an early bird special, as a founder, soon to be another name, I hope. I don't like the word, but soon to be another name, an affiliate, an early bird affiliate. If when he said you're in it to win it, you're in it to win it. You have to start the engine of this business. What that means is you have to purchase the product. And I want to wrap your head around this. If the company gave us a virtual store, it's got rows and rows and rows and rows and rows, unlimited. It's got shelves, both sides of each row. Boom. If you don't put any products on the shelf, you can't sell it. If you can't sell it, you can't make a commission. So if you want to go on this first round there's over 1 million people in this pool, and they start giving them out. The only way you can get it, it's like gasoline for your car. The only way to get the gasoline, or one of these people, or two of these people, whatever it might be, you have to start your engine. You have to purchase the product in order for that to happen. Do you have to purchase the product? No. But if you're going to be an affiliate and you want to build a team, and for one thing, a lot of you maybe don't have teams. I know that. But when you say I don't have a team and then you say I'm going to wait, that's ridiculous. You have the key, start it, get that first product. And by the way, the first product came out for sale, commercial, September 1st. There was a fumble. The merchant fumbled the ball. So there was a handoff to another merchant. He ran a couple feet and he fumbled. So we haven't done anything really, not even a week long, as far as payments and receiving pay. I don't believe so. I went back and looked and started the first fumble, ran a couple days fumble. So we're having a restart probably Friday or Monday, okay? Let's just look at it that way. And you're going to be given a week to pay. You've had a whole month grace period just from the initial kickoff of this game. You've had a whole month to get money together to buy that first product, if that's what you want to do. If you want ONPASSIVE to give you those customers that are in that holding tank, it's that important. And I want you to do it. I want you to start building a team, because the sooner the team is built, let's forget everything else, forget what happened before. As soon as your team is built, then what? You start generating commissions. Okay? And then that way, when you do it, your 90 days, let's say you pay on Friday, it opens up Friday and you pay. 90 days you have, things will build up so that in the 91st day, new products will come out. There'll be new products coming. There's a good or a great possibility that the money in your wallet will be enough to pay for the products and never come out of your pocket again. That is the goal of the company. I want that to happen. Chris wants that to happen more than anything that you could imagine. You either believe what I'm saying, or you believe Mr. Mufareh, or you don't. If you don't believe and you think I'm going to wait it out, do it. But do not call Chris, do not call me, do not call anybody else. So I don't understand why I didn't get any people. This is very clear. I know people think, send emails out. We could do whatever. You could do a freaking Zeppelin. You could have pigeons fly by and drop letters, pen prints. Look, it's not that hard to go to YouTube and look and watch what's going on. It's all out in the open. Okay, so please, I want you more than anything, start your engine and get this thing going. I want to see people do very, very well. It's there. The possibility is unlimited. You have to start the car. Okay, I just wanted to hammer that home. Now, here's a cool thing. Payment Plus will give us at least 1 week, and then they're going to start divvying the people out. If you haven't subscribed to Connect yet, if you have, you're in. Time to do, we added. Oh, at that time to do, then we will add more than 1 million customers. They will be allocated to OConnect subscribers based on contribution. It's not team size. Loyalty, that's not team size. And effort, that's partially team size, but it's also, are you in to win? You guys know who you are. You know who you are. Ash knows who you are. And if he doesn't know you are, the people that know him maybe a little better. I know this for a fact. Mike Williams talks about people to ask that Mike thinks are outstanding, not team size. Chris does it. Red does it. You know I do it, or you don't know me. Robin Noble does it. Peter Suhr does it. Gershmender does it. Anybody you could think of. Um, uh, Charles does it. Red Redfern does it. We all do it, okay?
Julie.
Julie Wynn. Yeah, Julie Wynn. Thank you. I was going to say her anyway. Julie Wynn does it all the time. We're always lifting people above ourselves. Now, you may look up and say, oh, it's easy for you. No, no, no. Bite me. That's not me. It never was, never will be. I always are looking for the diamonds in furniture. And when I say furniture, I mean that in a good way. Who would you have in your living room? You wouldn't put a garbage can in there, right? You'd put furniture in there, comfortable furniture. Comfortable furniture is people that you feel comfortable around, really. And there's people. There's a lot of you that don't have teams. I don't expect you to have big teams. You're not marketers. That's why you're here. But there's very loyal, unbelievable people, and they're fantastic. Ash even said there's people out there with big teams. He doesn't care for them. Why? Because of the stuff I just mentioned. So that's more important. And he said it many times. He emphasized it again yesterday and a week ago. Okay, let me move on. Early 2023, this year, we became the hunted, company-wise. We have tons of people wanting to work with us. Okay, in the beginning, the company had to go out and look for the cream of the crop. And it's hard looking for the cream of the crop when you're nobody. And I'm not trying to say ONPASSIVE was ever a nobody, but they were unknown. Okay. And here's what happened between that time and 2023. And I've said this many times in my life for the last 3 years. Ask Mufareh, besides being the most giving person I know, the biggest heart, like Chris, like many people on ONPASSIVE, like his wife. And I never met her, but I know she is. You'd have to be an idiot not to think she is. Here's the thing. He's fearless. I want you to think about what he's done, knows the people that are holding on to his coattails hard as they can, because this is the hope of their life. The hope of their life is ONPASSIVE. The platform of ONPASSIVE is the only hope they have in this world of maybe living a better life. Okay, the only hope. And no matter what he gets punched in the face, the gut, knocked down, bruised up, beat up, while he's getting beat up, bruised, abused, he's paying money out and keeps forcing ahead. And some of the very people that he's building up behind him are stabbing him in the back. But he's fearless. Walk into a door, kick the door open. I'm here. I am Mufareh, and I want to build something that's never been done before. Get out of here. No, move on. Next. Fearless. To be a leader like him, you look at his face, he's calm. He looks very reserved. He's fearless. And he's courageous. A lot of people talk a good line of crap. I've sat in boardrooms with guys with $2,000 suits. They think they're fearless and they're courageous. I've talked to them privately, and they're little boys in a 40-year-old suit. No joke. Ask Mufareh is exactly who you see he is. That's very rare, by the way. That's why ONPASSIVE is so rare. Okay, at first, 2 or 3 companies to choose from. Really, 2 or 3. In the last 2 months, it has blown up. Companies are lining up. Hey, we want to be with you. We want to be with you. You know what the bonus of that is? Now you pick. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And you can say, what do they offer us? You know they're going to help them. From O-Media to whatever, it's going to help whoever that is. You know it. And they know it. They've read the tea leaves. They see what's going on in Dubai. the UAE. They see it. You'd have to be completely blind not to see what's going on there. Companies see it. But we looked at it and we go, I don't get it. I don't understand. Trust me, every company knows. And now they're saying they're standing in line to partnership with ONPASSIVE. Beautiful. All the stuff they did where people question, I don't understand why they're doing it. Why are they doing it? That's why. Where we are now is why they did what they did. And where we're going, I can't even imagine. I don't know what this ash bomb is. I'm not going to guess because I'm always wrong. It's always bigger and better than I could imagine. Anyway, I'm going to move on. O-Domain is on track, and it's a done deal. It will be your brand and your business, right? You're going to walk right up. This is my business, chrisjohnson.com. I'm coolzone.ai. Here's the products I have. They're manufactured by ONPASSIVE, but they're mine, and I'm going to offer them to you from my business. Pretty powerful, okay? Pretty powerful. O-Verify as a company can be verified by person behind the business. O-Verify is a big deal. Go read about verification for YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You want to get verified on there? Go see what it costs. Monthly. No cost to us and ONPASSIVE to get verified. Done. In fact, another mind-blowing thing the company decided, they're going to pay you to verify yourself. It's like getting paid to breathe. Marty, you just inhaled and exhaled. Here's 10 O coins. The freak. Really, it's amazing to me. ONPASSIVE already has business orders for Omedia's avatar. You know, the one where you saw Ash talking, looked just like him, sounds just like him, moved like him. They've already got orders for that. Yeah. As far as virtual background, we're going to have 3 options: static, image, automated, and video. So behind you, you can have automated and videos going on. Is that awesome or what? It's not counting the themes. I mean, whatever. Crazy. Ash presented a scenario about a company called ABC. Okay, I had asked a question because a lot of people ask, well, competition and everybody. I don't know why most of us, me too, in the beginning. If you get a company, you have to conquer somebody else. That's not ONPASSIVE. Will there be companies that probably wouldn't be very happy? Yeah, many. They're not happy about any company coming up and jumping into the unicorn arena where it took them 10, 15, 20, I think Disney was 98 years to become a unicorn company, something crazy like that. Or IBM, I don't know. It doesn't matter who it was. So we start where most companies never even reach. Most companies are not unicorn companies. So when that happens, it definitely, it doesn't make people happy for it. But once they realize who we are, and what we represent, now you're starting to get, like I said before, and I said, lines of people that want a partnership with us. But I had asked him because I thought about me being an ex-MLMer, email marketer, drop shipper, how this company, if I was an MLMer and I had a product that was legit, I would bring it into ONPASSIVE because I believe, and I said this, that ONPASSIVE could be a game changer for a MLM business. How? MLM business plateau most of the time. So let's say he said this. Let's say they're making 40 grand a year. That's it. A couple people drop off, a couple come in. So it stays about even. They're not going up. They're barely staying even. They need to be rejuvenated. ONPASSIVE will rejuvenate companies. How? We have all the tools that all these companies are missing. That individuals have to go out and research, or they have to go out and research and bring into themselves personally. Picture this. You have a company, and this goes for anybody watching. You're in an ML company, you love it, or you own the company. And you could come into ONPASSIVE. You're building your company, and you tell the people when they come in, a lot of these companies charge $200-$300 for a marketing or a kit. It's usually junk. But could you imagine if the kit was ONPASSIVE? Here's a kit I would take the kit. I would actually group in different products from ONPASSIVE that could help them in the MLM that I'm running. If you have this, you could take this business and slam this business. Slam it. Not only would that revive the company would start growing again. It would get more people. And on top of that, you tell that person in that MLM, Sammy, you come in, here's the kit, $500, whatever it is, has everything. Turnkey, boom, you're in. They come in, they use those products, and by the way, anybody through these products where you buy traffic or you put your business in the marketplace, whatever it is, use your imagination. Oh, by the way, not only are we going to pay you commission for selling the products in our MLM, you can make money from the tools, from the kit that you bought that helped you grow your business. So you can make money from that and this. Change your pants. That's what I'm talking about. That's ONPASSIVE. That's what we have. That will catch you on fire. So that's my update for right now. Let me I don't even know. I don't know how to get out of here. Oh, there it goes. I hope that made sense to you. But I really wanted to cover this. I took a long time. I got up very early so I could put this into you guys so you could see exactly what we really have. I'm going to turn it over to Chris. I'll put the chat on and highlight some of you. And please give me some feedback that if you got it, if you're starting to catch on to how big this really is. Chris, it's all yours, buddy. Sorry I took.
You're fine.
32 minutes.
No, you're fine. That's about your average. You're right on time. Marty touched on just about everything. I do want to touch on a couple other points, and whatever we missed, Red will gladly fill in on his coming up on 11 o'clock. So, one of the things yesterday, I had all kind of people sending me questions to ask Ash. One of the things that I love that he said, I don't know if this is exactly how he said it. Don't move ahead of the company. Leave it up to us to guide you. So in other words, a lot of you people are asking questions down the road, and Ash Mufareh says, let's stay in the now. Let's do what we're supposed to be doing right now. Don't worry about those things. So I'm going to reiterate something very important that Marty said. Red's going to reiterate it, that in order to play, you got to pay for this first round of people in the warehouse, but you don't have to. It's a choice that you're going to make. We did have an extra month before the stoppage. People were saying, Chris, I can't pay. During the stoppage, people were saying, why can't I pay? Now that this is going to be open, I'm sure I'm going to get hit with other things. But the smartest thing that you could do, right? And I'm only suggesting this, is to pay for that first product, which is going to be $143, is that right? Dollars for your O Connect. This starts the engine, as we say. This will give you the opportunity to take a few of those people out of that warehouse. And Marty made a good point. A lot of you are saying, Chris, well, I'm just going to wait to pay to see what's going on. Man, that's the biggest mistake you're going to make. Because whether it's 2, 3, 4 people that you're going to get, if you choose that option, I'm just going to wait, I'm going to take those 4 people. Marty's going to take those 4 people. Anyone else is going to take those 4 people, because really, that option isn't there for you. So that's why it's very, very important. Now, we're not forcing anyone, but I had a lot of people in the last few months, how am I going to afford this? Well, you just had a month. I have to be a little blunt about that. You just had a month to save a little bit of money up for to pay for this. I don't know about you, but anything in passive offers, I don't want to miss. I've missed plenty of opportunities in my life, and passive is throwing everything at me, and I want to take it all. Why? Because I want my business to grow. I want my family's businesses to grow. I want legacies to grow. I want your business to grow. That's why Ash Mufareh did this. Not just to, it wasn't just to create wealth. He just wants you happy. So if creating wealth in each one of our lives is going to make a lot of people smile, God bless him for it. Hold on. Happy birthday, Robert Williamson. I seen you in there, by the way. It's just an opportunity, guys. Yesterday, what he said completely really woke me up again, because sometimes I get a little sleepy. He answered just about everything that was thrown at him. And I'm going to tell you all right now, what you all wanted to hear was about the process payment and the cards. And he answered that 24 hours from now or a little longer, you're going to be able to pay with card and crypto. All right. I don't want to hear anyone text me today, well, Chris, I can't afford it, because I get that a lot. But you've had a lot of time to, some of the people have been in it for 4 years. The time to start saving was 4 years ago, to be honest with you. $143, go sell something. Get in this. You don't want to miss the first round. It really is that important. He said a lot of things about, one of the most important things he said, I don't know if Marty said it, is you have no idea who's lined up. Well, he did, coming into ONPASSIVE. All right. Now, I'll give you a quick example. When the new iPhone comes out, there's literally thousands of people who, to this day, are waiting in line outside in the cold. New York, I'm talking about. I've been to this Apple store, waiting to be the first ones to get the iPhone. Listen, ONPASSIVE the same way. People are already lining up. Businesses are lining up, standing in the line, waiting in the cold to get ONPASSIVE. Why? Because their stagnant business needs help. The business that they started years ago is going nowhere. And now you got this company called ONPASSIVE that says, listen, you're down on the ground, you're not breathing. Let us start breathing some life into you. We're going to start CPRing you right now. We're going to get your chest going. We're going to get your heartbeat. We're going to get this business unstagnant. It's going to fly. And that's what we're here to do. We have all the tools, all the products to get your business breathable. And then it doesn't stop there. It sends direct traffic to now your breathable business is now taking deep breaths saying, wow, enjoy this fresh and passive air. That's what ONPASSIVE does. What it does for the average person, it created a business for each one of us so we can breathe. So we got air coming at us. Anyone that wants it. But business especially, there's a lot of the mom and pop shops in the last 10 years were shut down because of big business. Everyone knows this. It's no secret. All right. Companies had to take government grants or funding to keep their businesses going. Let ONPASSIVE do all the work for you. Let ONPASSIVE bring you back above the ground and show you what it's all about. This is the goal of ONPASSIVE. This is why ONPASSIVE right now is so popular. Go, my God, get the doors open. There's a million mom and pop shops that had to shut the doors. There's a million restaurant owners right now because of coronavirus that lost everything. Get back what's yours with ONPASSIVE. All right, direct traffic. Everything that you need in a business is there, but without the responsibility. I like saying that. You are one of those individuals that lost your restaurant, lost your small business because of the coronavirus. Plan B, guys, ONPASSIVE, which will turn out to be all your plans. All my auto worker buddies out there, which I got a lot of them into ONPASSIVE in the last 3 years. You guys just went through this big thing of, negotiating contracts. There's no negotiating in ONPASSIVE. You come in, you sign up. You got no worries that you might lose something. Listen, in ONPASSIVE, you don't lose anything, my auto worker buddies. I pray that you guys keep your jobs forever and the pay is great. But ONPASSIVE, it's always great. It's always growing. There isn't in 4 years we're going to renegotiate your contract. There's no contract. Here's your contract in ONPASSIVE. Unlimited, baby. Say it to yourself. Look in the mirror. I'm a founder. My contract is unlimited, baby. No one's going to stop you and say, hey, you make too much. Hey, we got to raise your health care. No. Unique and different. That's ONPASSIVE. Unlimited income, unlimited opportunities, unlimited solutions. You can breathe. You can breathe. Take that deep breath. ONPASSIVE is here to help no matter who you are. We don't look at color. We don't look at religions. We simply want you to have the best life that you can have and take your family along and your friends with you. That's the ONPASSIVE way. This is what he was saying yesterday. You guys have no idea who is lined up or wants to join this company to help their companies out because they're stagnant. You guys understand what I'm saying? And here's a funny thing. Most of your lives, I'll even say mine, because I don't want to offend anybody. Your lives are stagnant right now. All you got is a job that probably doesn't pay enough money. Costs you more money to go to your job than what they pay you. Let ONPASSIVE revive you. Let us start the CPR, the fresh oxygen, because that's what ONPASSIVE builds things up, doesn't knock them down. ONPASSIVE doesn't change what it's doing unless it's better for you. Remember that. Marty DeGarmo, I'm done. Back to you.
Ooh, doggy. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Really, I'm blown away. I slept horrible. I would even wake up and I'm thinking of all it's ONPASSIVE. I even dream ONPASSIVE. Isn't that crazy? In my dream, though, at least Chris is another person and he's on a different planet. No, I'm just kidding. But I wanted to say something too that I almost forgot. I want to give a shout out to Daryl Cook, Janet Butler, Dan Street, Peter Sir. They do all the notes that you read in the back office. How they do it like that, I don't know. I have seen Janet and a couple of them, Dan, and actually send me the update like right after the video went down. I'm like, what the freak? And by the way, it helps me because believe it or not, being on the panel. Now, yesterday I asked more questions than I normally do, but that was on purpose. It was just me and Chris, and I usually let other people do it because I talk to them more than most people probably. But I was really happy to be able to ask some of those because I knew most of those answers, but I wanted everybody else to hear it because it just makes it easier. But anyway, I'm excited, and you should be too. And thank you for everybody behind the scenes, everybody that supports what's going on. Let me tell you something. I know people. I don't do a whole lot. I go to webinars. I give thumbs up. I make comments. I'm very positive. I'm always there when I can be. I work 2 jobs. I get it. But the point is, how good would a webinar be if you weren't there? Just be people on the panel talking to each other. That's not a webinar. All of you matter. All of you mean something. And thank God you now, for the first time in your life, guarantee it, have a CEO that goes by your heart and your loyalty, and you stuck with them. This was for me, a 5-year journey But I've never did anything 5 years online. Never. How many jobs a bit? You know how many sparkling objects I've gone to in 5 years? Let me give you an average. I would think 30, 40, no doubt. Because either most of the time they lied, or they shut down, or the product sucked. You're trying to sell something you don't even like, or just didn't work. The numbers didn't match. And to find something like this, and thank God it was planted in me way in the beginning, right in the beginning. I wasn't in that long where I went, ooh, this is where I want to be. And it only increased. And because of that, I pushed it, I breathed it, I lived it. I'm passive. And it meant a lot. There are people in Unpassive now that are very, 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 are very good marketers. But they have I'm going to wait and see what happens. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because some of them, if they didn't wait and see what happens, they'd be some of the biggest movers and shakers, and their commissions would have been coming now. Don't get it, especially if you can do it. But remember, the world is your oyster. It is, and I'm passive. Whatever dreams you have, whatever passions you have, whatever you have. If you're an MLM right now, I've talked to a few people. They have products that they absolutely love. They have testimonials of how great it is. What's the problem with it? People looking at it. The tools. You have to go to 50 different outfits to get the tools you need to even share that business. And even then, where do you get the people from? By a solo ad? So you spend $10,000 on solo ads so you can get 100 people, so 50 quit. And 2 months later, 20 more quit. And the next thing you know, they all quit. Everything is a flash in the pan. It's high degree, nothing. Maximum, nothing. That's the real world. I'm sorry. Unless you're really fortunate and you're one of those 1%. It's not. But with Unpassive, he turned that thing right upside down. I know for a fact, and I'm pretty darn sure people that are in the know, movers and shakers, would go to Ash and ask them, look, I'll pay my way to the top. And the answer is, you can't. You knew about this, you could have got in early. It's still early, and you're still do fantastic. There's marketers that come in a year from now, and they'll make $1 million. I believe that. Because their skills don't change. The platform does. And not only will they can build an empire like they've done on the outside, but it will stick and it will grow. First time ever for even them. They're going to see it and they will come. It was built and they will come. That's exactly what happened with people that are the management part of it, where they build it and people are coming. Now they pick. What can you do for me? I know what I can do for you, but what can you do for me? I know what I can do for you. What can you do for me? That's a powerful, powerful place to be. Anyway, we're going to get off because Mr. Red's coming.